In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. When we see someone who seems more successful, happier, or more complete, a familiar question often comes to mind. Why can't I be like them? These comparisons, whether silent or obvious, are one of the reasons so many people feel unfulfilled or dissatisfied with their lives. Social media only makes this worse, showing us the best moments of others while hiding everything else. This story is for anyone who's ever felt unlucky or less happy than the people around them. Listen until the end. You might just see yourself in a completely different light. On a tree-lined path, a young man named Caleb sat quietly on an old wooden bench. It was a chilly autumn afternoon. Leaves scattered across the yard, and the wind rustled through the dry oak branches like a gentle, thoughtful melody. Caleb was only 24. He had graduated with decent grades, held a steady job, and lived in a small city apartment. But for months, he had carried a vague feeling of discontent. Every time he scrolled through social media, he saw his peers soaring. Some had become film directors, others launched successful startups, or traveled the world. Meanwhile, Caleb felt stuck. Nothing about his life stood out. Nothing seemed worth admiring. And over time, that slowly chipped away at his confidence like an invisible termite. That day, overwhelmed by the weight in his heart, Caleb drove a few hours out to the countryside to visit his grandfather, Walter, a silver-haired man with a warm, deep voice and eyes that had clearly seen life's many ups and downs. When Caleb sat down, his grandfather didn't ask anything right away. He simply poured 2 cups of hot tea and stared quietly into the distance, where the golden sunset spread across the cornfields. Finally, Caleb spoke, his voice rough and low. "Grandpa, I don't even know what I'm living for anymore. Everyone seems so talented, doing something big, and I'm just normal. Nothing special. Every time I compare myself to them, I just feel useless." Walter nodded slowly. Then he smiled softly, took a sip of tea, and began his story. Many years ago, a young crow was flying over a village and stopped to rest on a tree branch. While sitting there, it noticed a swan gliding gracefully across a nearby pond. The swan's pure white feathers shimmered in the sunlight, drawing admiration from the villagers. People gathered to take photos, to watch, to praise. But when they saw the black crow nearby, they waved their hands to shoo it away, like it was something unwanted. The crow felt hurt. It thought, maybe they hate my black feathers. If only I were white like the swan. Feeling sad, the crow flew off. Along the way, it met an older crow. After hearing its story, the elder said, "If you truly want to change, there's a magical spring deep in the forest. But before you go, try asking the swan if it's truly happy." The young crow flew back and asked the swan, and to its surprise, the swan wasn't happy at all. It lived under constant control, couldn't fly freely, and feared that one day it would be killed once its feathers lost their beauty. Shocked, the crow asked, "Then who do you think is the happiest bird?" The swan replied, "Maybe the parrot. They're even more colorful than me, and they're not hunted." The crow thanked the swan and flew off to find the parrot. When it found one, it admired the parrot's bright feathers and asked if it was happy. The parrot sighed, "Because of these colors, I've been caged my whole life. I have no freedom, and I live in constant fear." The crow then asked, "So who do you think is the happiest bird?" The parrot answered, "Perhaps the peacock. People love its feathers, and it lives in big enclosures." So the crow flew to the zoo to find a peacock. It said, "Your feathers are amazing. You must be the happiest bird of all." The peacock replied, "Not really. People pluck my feathers to sell. It hurts a lot. I only wish I had your freedom. Nobody bothers you, and you can fly wherever you want." In the end, the crow realized that the one thing it hated most, its black feathers, was the very thing that gave it a freedom the others could only dream of. It returned home, looked at itself, and suddenly felt lighter inside. Caleb sat silently. The story, though simple, opened something in his mind. Walter placed a hand on his grandson's shoulder and said, "You know, Caleb, in today's world we're a lot like that crow, always looking at swans, parrots, and peacocks, thinking they're happier. But we don't see the cages they live in. We only see the beautiful feathers, the stage lights, the applause. We forget that our freedom is the most precious thing we have." Caleb looked out toward the yard. A small sparrow landed on the fence. No one noticed it, but it spread its wings and flew away, free, unbothered by expectations or praise. It lived its role, and maybe that's why it wasn't sad. So what do you think I should do? Caleb asked, eyes still following the little bird. Walter smiled and said gently, "You don't need to become a swan. You just need to be a crow who understands his own worth. Everyone has their own place in this world. When you stop chasing someone else's light, that's when you begin to see your own." In an age where everything is exposed online, from success stories to staged happiness, it's easy to get swept up in the spiral of comparison. We forget that people only show their sunshine while hiding their rainy days. Caleb's story and the crows is a reminder. People can shine in their own way, but you don't need to be like them to matter. We often feel inadequate when we look at others, but the truth is, you can't live someone else's life, and no one else can live yours. Freedom, inner peace, and being true to yourself, those are the real measures of a life well lived. You don't need admiration, you just need to be real. Because in the end, no one can replace you when you're fully yourself. I hope you found this story helpful. If you enjoyed today's story, be sure to hit the like button. It might seem like a small thing, but because of how the YouTube algorithm works, videos with more likes tend to get shown to more people. So your like really helps this video reach others who might need it too. And if you find my content valuable, consider subscribing. It really helps more people discover it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you and your family good health and peace. See you in the next story.